Hello everyone, this is Satyajit Patnaik and welcome to the third and the final part of this Power BI end-to-end project on churn analysis. In the two of the previous videos, I have already talked about the business understanding in the part one and the exploratory data analysis in the part two. So I think we are on the third part where we are going to create the dashboard and show you how we have done it. Now, I cannot show end-to-end dashboard creation from scratch because it might take more than 2 hours to finish because I don't even remember how much time it took for me to finish this dashboard. But I'll just give you ideas of how we can create so that you can do it by yourself. Of course, the PBX file I will be uploading in the GitHub repository, and the repository link will be provided in the description below and in the pinned comment, but only after I get 100 likes on each of the videos of this entire series. Okay, that's not demanding, but this is how I get motivated. So it's kind of a give and take, right? So let's get started, guys. Welcome back to my channel, and let's try to see how we have done this dashboard. So the initial idea of dashboard creation is whenever you start working on some dashboard, you always start working on some reports. For example, you are creating one, you are creating one table. I cannot show the other visualizations, but it's okay. So let's say you are creating some tables here, some bar charts here, some pie charts here. Once you have, so that's going to be the first step of creation of a dashboard. So once you have already placed all these items, let's say you are placing like this, and like this. So just imagine these are the different visualization. Uh, It could be bar charts, it could be pie charts, it could be anything. And here you want some boxes like some kind of figures like the total record count or something. It depends upon your use case. Let's say you are dealing with the credit card default. You must think about how many are the total defaulters. What is the total population, total defaulters, something like this. Once you already have that in mind, and you don't know about the color coding and all these things, our next step is to create a background image. Now background image you can create using Snapper, or you can create using Canva. I personally use Snapper. Let me just show you. But yeah, Canva is also good, so it all depends. So this is how I created. You can see. So for hate crime, one of the use cases which is already live, which is already present on my channel, this is how I had created the background image. Because background image you cannot create using Power BI, so you have to create using some tools like this. And once this is done, you just have to use it. You just have to use it like this, like background image. Let's say I click on this image, click on the page, go here, background image. Let's say add image, and let's say I'm going to some pictures. Okay, I already have this churn thing, so let's say hate crime. So it has been added, but yeah, the transparency by default is 100%, so you have to get it to 0%. Now you know, okay, this is how it looks like. So you have to get it back to shape, like you have to, you can understand, right, what I'm telling. So you have to modify accordingly. And then based on this background image color, let's say you're in your head you have thought about yellow, so probably your data points should be in yellow, like the labels and the data colors should be in yellow or in shades of yellow, so that it will look good. Because if it will be red, it will be blue, it will be green, it doesn't look good, right? So this is the idea. So that's where I started working on this particular summary dashboard. This was the first dashboard which I have created. And my idea in my head was already clear because it's a churn analysis project. So I know that there are set of customers, and I know there are set of customers who have churned from the company. So the idea was clear that in the left pattern, I will show the entire population, and in the right one, I'll show the entire churn profiles, so that it will be clearly visible what are the important insights. Now, in the previous video, I already told you, right? Like the contract type was a very good information. Similarly, contract type with gender was also a very good information. Similarly, if you get ahead with it, you do univariate analysis and bivariate analysis with lot of columns, you will get more insights. And that's where I have created this. Even though the gender is not giving me more insights, but gender is a very important factor. So that's the reason I have added it. I have divided the sector into three sectors: demographic, phone service, and contract. So contract is basically having the monthly, 2 yearly, and 1 yearly. You can see the shades are always in blue. So this is one thing I haven't done in blue, but yeah, we will change it on the go. Similarly, tenure, you can see I told you, right? Tenure as it is are different values: 1, 2, 3, 4 till 70, 80. So I have created different bins for that: 0 to 20, 21 to 40, 41 to 60, 61 to 100. I don't see anybody having more than 100, so that is the reason it's 61 to 100. If it is more than 100, you can make it 61 plus. Similarly, you can see tenure here and tenure here. See, 2,800 people were from 0 to 20. So what is the total percentage of it? If you calculate, okay, if the labels are not readable, then click on this, go to the formatting options, data labels. So you just have to change the units. So none. Similarly, you go to your churner profile, the units, where whatever units you are using in the left panel, you have to use it in the right panel as well. Okay, let's see. Okay, why maybe here? No. Okay, let's calculate. You can see here almost 2728 2878 2878 divided by 7043 into 100. Almost 40% are within the 0 to 20 range. And here how much? 1869. I don't see the numbers, could be because of some reasons. I'll check that. Minus 315 minus 210 minus 93. So this is the total population for 0 to 20 divided by 1869 into 100. 66. Now you can see that here almost how much percent? 66 here and here 2878, right? 2878 divided by 7043. So 40%. So almost 40% population were having 0 to 20 tenure duration. And from the churners profile, we can see almost 60% have churned between 0 to 20. So it's very good insight, right? Similarly, senior citizen, you can see no and yes are almost 50-50%, but here no and yes are almost. So people who are not senior citizen have left the company more, right? And these are the insights. Phone services, fiber optics. So let's say I'll just change this data color so that we are intact with our theme. I'll just click on this and go to data colors, fiber optics. Let's say this one, DSL. Let's say a lighter one, and no, let's say another lighter one. Okay, so this is how it is. And one more good thing is that I have already provided the number of values. Let's say I'll show you here. You can see 7043 and 1869. These are nothing but these are the measures which we have created, right? And how did we create the measures? I already showed you yesterday's session. It's nothing but this one is going to be the total population, right? So you just have to create a measure. You just have to create a measure called as count rows table name. This is also possible, or else you can do count of table name of churn, or anything count D. So this is how you can create this entire population. And the churner profile is simple. You just have to count the, let's say you do this count rows of table name, and then you use a filter where churn equals to yes. And this is how we have to use a calculate method here. Okay, once I release this PBX file, you can go ahead and check it out, and this is how it is. So similarly for senior citizen, you can see the counts, and yeah, this is how it is. And so here we have the average charges and we have the total charges. So this was the initial idea, that I'll create just one dashboard, but then I thought of some other ideas, that how about we create 3 to 4 different pages which will have more information about the churners, about the risk level, about a lot of things. So that's where I created another tab for customer details. Let's say as a manager, okay, this is giving me insights, that's fine, but there could be more information. Like, let's say if I already have a dashboard which will have the customer details, that will be great, right? So I have created this particular thing where I have the customer IDs as a drop down, and of course a little bit more beautification can be done, but this is okay, as this is just a practice project, right? You can see all the personal details are visible here, other details are visible here, phone services, device protection, no, everything, all the details, like an overall summary of a customer. So you don't have to go anywhere else, everything will be visible here. Contract type, yes, it's a monthly contractor, and the payment method is always mail check. So here you can see what is his total charges, $542. What is his risk level, low risky. What is the churn index, that means what is the percentage, like the probability he is going to churn. So 34 percentage probability that he is going to churn. How have I created this? What I have done is I have created two different files. Like, one was the original file. In that original file, I created one machine learning application where I did the prediction on each and every customer. I added that predicted value as a separate column, and then I took it as a separate table, and then from there I have used this churn index. Okay, if you just go to this transform data, you will be able to see. Yeah, because if you don't have the predictions, you will not be able to do that. So if you don't know anything about that part, then it's okay. You can see here I have, in fact I have two records, one or two files. One is your original file and one is your predictions file. Okay, churn data is nothing but it's just a filter I have added with telco churn analysis. I have added a filter where churn equals to yes. So I'll show you this and this, no differences. Only we have a separate column called as prediction. You can see here prediction. So this is the score 49.23. So from this prediction, we have created a conditional column called as risk level. I'll show you. Let's see if we are able to get it. Okay. Oh, this is the contract type. So let's close this. This one. This is the risk level, guys. Last one. You can see if prediction is greater than 80, very high risky. If prediction is greater than 60 and less than 80, it's high risky, low risky, non-risky. So this gives you an idea, right? Based on your range, you can define the range based on your business understanding, based on your use case. If it's a medical use case, probably it's high risky when it is more than 60 or 65, right? Let's say you are dealing with oxygen levels more than 70, high risky, right? Very high risky. So accordingly, based on your use case. So I'm just closing it down. I hope you got my point. And this is where this churn index is coming, and this is where the low risk is coming. So this will give you an entire picture of all the customers. You just click on any customer, it will tell you that non-risky 3%. So that means this customer is safe. Similarly, we'll go to some other customer. So this is how you can try. Okay. Now next page, I thought of, I already have the risk levels. Why don't we create a dashboard or a report or a page where we can have all the information about the risk customers. Okay, so we have the risky customers. So in case you want to see what's the calculation behind it, I have just added a filter where risk level is risky, high risky and very high risky. This is the count. So we have to always focus on the 2057 customers. What is the average risk score of all the customers? 26.57. You can see the total charges of the population is 16 million, but total charges of risky customers, that means total charges for these 2000 customers are $2.42 million. So the company has to focus on these figures, because if we try to retain at least 1000 customers from this 2000 customers, we can retain a good amount of money, right? So this is the return of investment you are providing as a data scientist, as a business analyst, or as a data analyst to the company, right? And you can see here prediction by risk score. So 692 very high risky, so we have to first prioritize these customers. 1365 risky customers, again the second priority customers. Similarly, if I look at the total average charges by risk group, high risky group 0.4k charges, or I think it shouldn't be average, it should be uh, probably it should be maximum, or else sum. Let's do it sum. Okay. So you can see 2.1 million is at stake for the risky customers. 0.3 million are at stake for the high risky customers. And if you sum it up, this is what the value becomes. So that's it. And the fourth one, I have just done ask a question dashboard, ask a question report, where I have just used the Power BI functionality of ask a question. So here all the questions are framed by itself. I don't have to create the questions from my mind. So it's a feature of Power BI. It's that intelligent enough, it has created. So if I look at this, I'll click on this question and see. My Power BI is a little bit slow, so you just have to wait for a couple of minutes. Okay. So I have already clicked on this one. What is the percent churn by churn data contract? Let's see. Okay, monthly contract, 1 yearly contract, 2 yearly. So this is how it works. Okay. Similarly, you can see all the suggestions, all the questions, and all this thing, and this is how it is. And finally, once our four reports or 4 pages are done, we have just given a website look. So we have created a home page where people can go and you know traverse, go and do kind of page, some kind of pagination effect. Let me click on it. So this is how it is done. Now if you want to know how it has been done, I'll just quickly show. So you have to go to insert, you have to go to shapes, and based on whatever shape you want, let's say I want like this. Okay, like this is my Power BI problem. So let's say you have already created this shape. Okay, you can see that background there is some white areas, right? So you have to get rid of it. So I will just go to the formatting options. Just 1 second. Sometimes my, okay, it's done. So you have to go click on here. I'll show you. And then you have to go to fill. You have to change the color if you want to. Outline, you can just turn it off. And then background, just turn it off. See, your background is gone. The white color is gone. Similarly, once everything is done, just go ahead and put some text in. Let's say I'll put it as summary. Okay, I'm just creating one for summary. Again, text size, let's say I'm providing 18, and let's say I'm giving Vadana. Okay, that's done. Now, how do I create the pagination effect? Again, you click on this, go to your formatting options. There is an action plan here. Action, turn it on. Action plan. Page navigation. You can. This is all about hit and trial. You just have to try and try and try, and then you'll get it. Click on summary. Now that's done. Now if you can see it's clickable, right? So if you click on this, control click, it will go to summary. I have already clicked, so yeah, this is how it is. So that's it from today's video. That's it from this particular part. I hope you enjoyed the churn analysis project end to end. And my advice for you all is to pick up a use case, go anywhere, pick up some machine learning use cases, get the data, and play around with it. Start creating Power BI reports, start creating Tableau reports, and this is where you can easily crack your business analyst or data analyst jobs. And I do have some 2 or 3 more projects in mind. I will be publishing it in no time. So that's it from today's video, and I hope you enjoyed this particular session. In case you want to explore the hate crime analysis Power BI project, you can also go back to my channel and look at it. In case you're a complete beginner new to Power BI, I also have Power BI videos end to end in my channel. Of course, end to end means beginner to intermediate level. Apart from that, there are some advanced topics as well. So that's it from today's video, guys. All the 3 videos, I'm expecting 100 likes, and immediately I'll make this pbix file live, like publicly available, and you can play around with it. So thank you everyone for joining. Please like the video, subscribe the channel, and hit the bell icon to get notified. Thank you. See you all. Bye.